say life has its ups and downs. I really find that quite profound. I'd like to turn the captain round, but pump me boys before we drown. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back. Break your bones for just 1,000 miles from home. The ocean we all do adore, so come on lads, let's pump some more. Don't worry if you're stiff and sore, I'm sure we've pumped this bit before. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back, and break your bones for just 1,000 miles from home. The captain's daughter, I suppose, could be called an English rose. What would you think when I proposed the box to me? She gave a dose. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back. Break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. Went to the doctor right away to find out what he had to say. That's 2 pounds 10, get on your way. I think the girl is in its bay. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back, and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. Sometimes I wish that I could die. The man who built this stuff to find, I drag him back from where he fries the pump until the beggar's dry. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back. Break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. If Noah used him for his ark, now wouldn't that have been a lark? From rising sun till setting dark, the animals all hard at work, singing, pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back. Break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. There's so much water down below. How it got there, I don't know. The old man says, let's roll and go, but I think we're bound for Davy Jones. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back. Break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles. Pump me boys, cover dry, down to hell, up to the sky, then you're back, and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. I mean, thank you. And welcome to the O'Malley's Pub stage here. I am Jim Hancock. I'm sometimes called the Burley Minstrel. Sometimes I'm called things I can't repeat, even here amongst this company here. And I'm here to sing and play and have a good time. Hopefully thou art as well. And to that end, I have already taken 3 requests. I'm going to do all 3 of them. I'd like to mention that I always have to look around before I can do this one, because if the Queen's men find me singing this song, I could get in a bit of trouble. It's about her mother. It goes something like under this. In the Tower of London, large as life, the ghost of Anne Boleyn walks, they declare. For Anne Boleyn was once King Henry's wife, until he had the axeman bob her hair. Oh yes, he done her wrong long years ago. She comes back each night to tell him so. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Oh, with her head tucked underneath her arm. Along the dusty corridors for miles and miles she goes. She sometimes catches cold, poor dear, it's cold there when it blows. And it's awfully awkward for the Queen when she has to blow her nose. She's got her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. With her head tucked underneath her arm. She's King Henry to give him what for. She wants to tell him off for having spilled her gore. And just in case the Axeman wants to give her an encore, she's got her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. With her head tucked underneath her arm. Now sometimes good King Henry throws a spread for all his pals and gals, the ghostly crew. The Axeman carves the meat and cuts the bread. Then Anne Boleyn walks in and spoils the do. She holds her head up with an eerie woo. Henry shouts, down drop it in the bloody soup. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. With her head tucked underneath her arm. She finally found King Henry. He was at the castle bar. Are you James Seymour, Anne Boleyn, or maybe Catherine Parr? Just how the heck am I to know just who the heck you are? You've got your head tucked underneath your arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. With her head tucked underneath her arm. Thank you very much. A true story. And now let's see, that other request I think I'm going to hold off because it's a good way to end the set. So, but I will entertain other requests if anyone wishes to hear a song, particular song. Lily the Pink. It's actually a story. It's a little bit gory, kind of like that last one. It's a little bit happy. It's a little bit sad. It's got Lily Pink and medicinal compound, and how it drove her to the bath. So we'll drink a drink a drink till Lily Pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound with applications in every case. Ebenezer thought he was Julius Caesar, so we bought him in a home, and we gave him medicinal compound, and now he's Emperor of Rome. So we'll drink a drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound with application in every case. Johnny Hall, he was very small, he was the shortest man in town. So we gave him medicinal compound, and now he weighs about a pound. So we'll drink a drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound with applications in every case. Tommy Hammer had its terrible stammer. He could hardly say a word. So we gave him medicinal compound, and now he's seen but seldom heard. So we'll drink a drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound with applications in every case. Then Lily died. She went to heaven. All the church bells, they did ring. She took with her medicinal compound. Hark the herald angels sing. So well, drink and drink and drink the Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound with application in every one more time. So we'll drink and drink and drink the Lily the Pink, pink, the pink, savior of the human race. She invented thank you, thank you, thank you. That was my request. Yes, milady. All right then. She would like to hear the story of how a sailor such as myself ended up in a landlocked town such as this. And this goes a long way to explaining that. That and rum. As I was walking down London Street, I came to Paddy West's house. He gave me a dish of that codfish stew. They called it Liverpool Scouse. He says there's a ship, she's wanting hands, and on her you'll quickly sign. The mate is a tyrant, the boatswain's worse, but she will suit you fine. Take off your dungaree jacket and have yourselves a rest. We'll talk of those cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Oh, when we had our feety boys, the wind began to blow. They sent me up in the attic, the main royal forestall. Ah, but when I got up in the attic, no main royal could I find. So I turned around to the window, and I furled the window blind. Take off your dungaree jacket and have yourselves a rest. We'll talk of those cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Well, soon you're bound for the southern seas, for Cape Horn you are bound. Paddy takes out a length of rope and he lays it on the ground. We all stepped over and back again, and he says to me, that's fine. Now if ever they ask, were you ever to sea? You can say, you crossed the line. Take off your dungaree jacket and have yourselves a rest. We'll talk of those cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Paddy says, pay attention, lads. One lesson you must learn. Starboard is where the ship she points, and the right is called the stern. So look ye aft to your starboard bow, where you shall find northwest. That's how I learned navigation at the school of Paddy West. Take off your dungaree jacket and have yourselves a rest. We'll talk of those cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Paddy cries out, all hands on deck, your station's for the man. His wife, she stood in the doorway with a bucket in her hand. And Paddy cries out, no, let her rip, and she flung the water our way, saying, blow up the ports to Gainesville, boys. Chase taken in the spray. Take off your dungaree jacket and have yourselves a rest. We'll talk of those cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Paddy says there's just one more thing to do before we sail away. Walk 10 times round this table where the bullock's horns is laid. So if ever they ask, were you ever to sea? You can say 10 times round the horn. By God, you've been a sailor lad since the day that you were born. Put on your dungaree jacket and walk out and look at your best, and tell them that you're a poor sailor lad what's come from Paddy West. Put on your dungaree jacket and walk out and look at your best, and tell them that you're a poor sailor lad what's come from Paddy West. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was my request. Yes, my lady. Krushkinland, excellent. A good Gaelic song here. The chorus is entirely in Gaelic, but suffices to say that this is a love song to a full jug. Let the farmer praise his grounds. Let the huntsman praise his hounds. Let the shepherd praise his dewy-scented lawns. But time more wise than they spent each happy night and day with me darling little Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Me darling little Krushkin lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin, solante galma vorki. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn. Immortal and divine King Bacchus, god of wine, create me by adoption, thine own son, in hopes that you'll comply and every glass will ne'er run dry. For me darling little Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Me darling little Krushkin lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin, slante galva vorni. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn. When cruel death appears in a few but happy years, he'll say, now won't you come along with me? I'll say, begone you knave, for King Bacchus gave me leave to fill another Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. To fill another Krushkin lawn. Oh, gramo primo Krushkin, slande galma vorni. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn. Then lift your glasses high, let's not part with lips so dry. The lark herself proclaims that it is dawn, and since we can't remain, may we shortly meet again to fill another Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. To fill another Krushkin lawn. Oh, gramo primo Krushkin, slande galva vorni. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn, lawn, lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin lawn. Gramo primo Krushkin, slande galva vorni. Gramo primo Krushkin, lan, lan, lan. Oh, gramo primo Krushkin, lan. Thank you. But you know, that being a Gaelic song, it reminded me of an old story about, you see, up in Scotland, Angus and Fiona, they were sitting out looking over the loch one day. And Fiona says to Angus, she says, penny for your thoughts, Angus. And Angus says, well, I was thinking mayhap it's new about time we held hands. Fiona thinks this is a good idea, so they sit there holding hands, looking out over the loch. And Fiona says to Angus, she says, penny for your thoughts, Angus. And Angus says, I was thinking mayhap it's new about time for a wee kiss. Now, Fiona thinks this is a good idea, so they have a little kiss there. And they sit there holding hands, looking out over the loch for a little while longer. And Fiona says to Angus, she says, penny for your thoughts, Angus. And Angus says, well, my thoughts, I think, are a bit more serious at this point. Now, Fiona, her heart skips a little beat, and she thinks, ooh, maybe this is the moment I've been waiting for. She says, yes, Angus? Yes, Angus? And Angus says, I was thinking mayhap it's new about time you paid me those first 2 pennies. Well, he was from Scotland. All right, then. All right, I'm going to sing a song that I've never sung before on these boards or in this shire. I just learned it this year from a man named McCrell. It goes like unto this. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. We'll laugh at the darkness, we'll dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. We're all safe and warm here, my friends. The hard days are gone and they won't come again. Lift up your voices and sing us a song. All of the hard days are gone, your part. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. We'll laugh at the darkness, we'll dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. When life has been cloudy and gray, take the bad memories and put them away. The sun has come out, we have waited so long. All of the hard days are gone. Yes, all of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. We'll laugh at the darkness, we'll dance until until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. So lift up your glasses and sing. The hard days are gone and they don't mean a thing. You want to be happy, we'll take you along. All of the hard days are gone. Yes, all of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. We'll laugh at the darkness, we'll dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. One more time now. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. We'll laugh at the darkness, we'll dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. Yes, all of the hard days are gone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I have time for, looks like, one more song in this set, and this has been preordained by these gentles sitting there in the blue shirts. It's a lovely song. I always reminds me of my good friend Bob when I sing the song, because he came up with the chord structure that we use to this day on this song. And he's really the one who introduced it to all of us. It goes like this. Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the wee lass that I love so well. For style and for beauty, there's none can excel. She smiles on my countenance as she sits on my knee. Sure, there's no one on earth who's as happy as me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. Our ship lies at harbor, she is ready to dock. I wish her safe landing without any shock. And if ever we meet again, by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. My footsteps may falter, my wit it might fail. My course may be challenged by November's gale. But if fortune shall prove to be friend or be foe, you will always be with me wherever I go. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the Burley Company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may and might never all meet here again. Bless all here. Thank you for listening.